Okay. Hey, Nova. Is it real that you can get 3 sparks? Yes, but only on a brand new character that never did the world tour before. And considering that is definitely 100% a bug, we'll see what happens with that. Do we really have to press Throwglaive sometimes with a new dev spec? I'm gonna go ahead and say no. There's a lot of things. Like, one, I don't think people are actually gonna play that spec in real content. Two, Throwglaive is there instead of pressing literally nothing, but it does do, like, 10 DPS. There are arguments to be made that you might be better off not throwing glaive in those globals, so that you can't proc, like, your stat proc buffs. Um, so, yeah, you don't gotta press through ever. Hello, Tinfoil Frog. YouTube push notifications go fast. They really do. Those ones, like, sometimes before my stream is actually fully up, it pings. Better, my goat. Hello, Matt Blanc. Hey, guys.
We endure. Sun chase your shadows.
Before we do M0's, I do a little bit of yapping and a little bit of question shit before I forget. Because gold is good. Greetings from Guatemala. Hey, hello. Welcome in, everybody. Okay. I need... 40 of these for now.
We endure. Are you planning a purchase? Treat my wares with care.
So how's everyone liking the new patch? Havoc was better? I don't think Havoc's in a bad spot whatsoever, to be honest. Hard to know what'll exactly happen after the new raid week comes out, but yeah. I wouldn't be unhappy as a Havoc player. Alright, we got lucky. Let's see. And the war bank. Health pots in. Globes in. Sell these concentrates. Health potions. Those are going to keep coming down in price. I think I can hold everything else for a while. Prices will go up once people start raiding. Yanks here and thinking to make you go dev. Tell your guild to chill out and wait for Race World first at least before they start trying to do that shit. I don't think anyone's really gonna play Void's Guard. Trying to push top 20 OC. Yeah, but I don't know. I've heard that probably gonna see some Havoc instead of Power only in Race World first. I think people will be a little surprised at what happens because everyone has been sucking the dick of Void's Guard, which is just not. It simply is not as good as it had been simming, and the playstyle is truly abhorrent. Like, ugh. You made weapons, so just made Havoc for the time being. Just confirm, you made a Warglaive, right? Because it works for both. And the glaive is gonna be BIS for both specs until you have the last two mythic bosses on farm, so it doesn't matter anyway. BIS plays like it did in pre-patch. No, Sims-wise and how you're supposed to play it, a lot has changed compared to pre-patch. The fact that you have to press Hunt into slamming meta to get meta to go off before the Hunt hits and deals damage, to buff it up. The way that you AFK out of meta and try to intentionally bring Eradicate and Tier Set procs out of meta, it's not the same. And if you're playing it the same as it was in pre-patch, you're not doing as much damage as it should be doing, and Annihilator would be better anyway. It's got a really large amount of degenerate stuff for how it plays. Yeah, I don't know. Personally, I think Void's Cut's very unfun. I think it's going to have problems, and the fact that I just don't enjoy it means it's unlikely that I'm really going to try to play it unless it is clear that it is super ahead. At this point, that is not the case, so I'm not really focusing on it for now. And yeah, I don't know. I just think people will be surprised that it's not as played as they're expecting.
Glory to the Sindora.
Which makes things weird when I think about making my Devourer guide, which is kind of what I'm planning on doing later tonight. Because I don't want to dedicate a ton of it to Voidsguard, and I don't really think it's correct to recommend it either. But that's gonna get a lot of backlash when people are like, hey, but X says differently, and it's just gonna open a whole can of worms that I don't feel like dealing with, but I'm no matter what gonna have to, I guess. It is what it is. The new Havoc video? No problem. Glad to get that guide done. Back Annie today and you were immediately happier. Yeah, and I mean, like, that's something I've been saying too, because people keep asking what they should be playing, and it's like, man, this week, like, have you touched an M0? Or the Raid Finder layer boss? Like, just play what you enjoy. Same thing for grinding Mythic Plus next week. Just play what you enjoy. Like, it's... no matter what, you're just gonna be more efficient playing something that you actually like in trivial content. What do I not like about VS? I just hate the entire design of the spec. I think it's, like, just an absolute piece of shit spec. Talenting Collapsing Star do not press it so that you can expire out your souls. The fact that there's an actual point of the rotation where you AFK. It doesn't feel good to play to me. I would prefer just playing Havoc for, you know, movement playstyle and melee. Like, already exists. So, I want to play Havoc at that point. And then just, yeah, there's the degenerate stuff like pressing Hunt into pressing Meta so that it scales up the damage. There's a lot of issues. Feels like a spec that needs to be deleted and started from scratch. Not Devourer as a whole, but Voidsguard Devourer. I legitimately wish that there was an alternative timeline that Eldraki got deleted from the game, and they made a new talent tree to share between Devour and Vengeance, and that Annihilator was given to Havoc with Voidsguard or Fellsguard. That's what I wish had happened. And if anyone's wondering exactly what I'm doing, the answer is making gold. love Lyra. Crazy to call me ugly. Two down. Got a new Devourer up? No. And just say this again, I legitimately don't know if I'm going to make a Void Scarred guide for Devourer whatsoever. Because I don't recommend playing it. I don't actually think it's better. Overall, Devourer better than Havoc. Slightly, but not necessarily in all situations, no. It sounds like we might see some Havoc over Devourer and Raid. Did you play Void Scarred? Ooh. I need to screenshot that one, intern. Save that for a rainy day. Thank you for the sub, Cunning. Tell me what you're playing in Raid. I'm leaning Havoc right now. It'll either be Havoc or Devour Dev. It might depend a little bit on like what happens for what drops from Raid. Still collapsing stars. If you play Annihilator, yeah, you still collapsing stars. Zaya, what are you doing in your box? But isn't Void Scarred the best DH? Not necessarily. As it turns out, single target sims are not everything. Also, correct me if I'm wrong on this Ninja turn, but didn't the sims for Void Scarred drop like significantly with that change to how souls function in sims yesterday? Still ahead, but less. And yeah, no, I still find myself pressing Fellow Rusher Fellblade after Vengeful a lot right now. But I know sometime I'll get used to it. Not that you're aware of? Oh. I was sworn that's what Dom had posted yesterday. Oh wait, it was Azir. I guess the real problem is that, like, you aren't gonna play pure single target Void Scarred builds in Raid. Outside of Scissorak would be the only boss where you'd do it. And when you start looking at cleave builds, Void Scarred is only 12k ahead of Annihilator. Let's see. Why doesn't the CDM track as break duration? Don't know. CDM also doesn't track Devourers new tier set, so good luck when we get that. But, like, this is kind of what I'm looking at here. Because what you're going to be playing would be DSM Dungeon, I believe, versus Annihilator AoE or Annihilator Dungeon, which are the same. It's not the Raycleave build? Which one's the Raycleave build? It's not in here. Okay, that's sick. That's good, that's good. And then AoE looks like this. So Annihilator AoE. How do I show this? Annihilator AoE has better prio than Voidscard AoE, and very, very similar overall for AoE. And I hard prefer Annihilator, so guess what I'm playing? So that's where I'm at, and that's why I'm anxious to make a Devourer guide right now, because I think there's gonna be... It's gonna be like a lot of hearsay. XM's chat? Okay, hold on. Gotcha. But yeah, it's just like it leaves everything in an awkward spot where of the few people I've talked to, it sounds like no one has a very crystal clear idea of what they're doing. So all I can do is recommend kind of off of instinct, and there is no basis of fact in how that's going to turn out. So I'm guessing. And I don't like making guides off me guessing. I definitely think any of the 4 like core specs could be played, and probably will be played intermingling. It's just hard without like concrete data. Once you get in, people actually know what they're doing. They're not just fucking around on PTR and playing kind of optimized builds per fight. But then there's also the question of, are we going to see random significant tuning come through? Havoc's definitely good enough for 1%, yes. I'm going to be 100% honest with you here. Every single spec in the game is always good enough for 1%. There is no exceptions to that in the modern game. I would be shocked if that was ever not the case. If you're a good enough player, every single spec is viable for 0.1%, although, typically speaking, if you're that good of a player, you're also just going to adapt to something if it's significantly better. There's no reason to not. How the hell are my legs broken? Huh? How do I have level 88 legs on an 83? What the fuck? Okay, well,
How you doing, man?
not gonna worry about that, I guess. I would be shocked if they fixed the Devourer bug on the 18th. Yeah, I'll see. Because, like, it's gonna significantly change how the spec feels to play in a very negative way. And I think it needs larger changes with that. And I just don't see them doing those changes unannounced going into Raid Week. I wouldn't be too surprised if they did. You know, this is Blizzard we're talking about, but I don't see it happening. I think that's something that'll probably have to wait for the 0.5 patch at this point. Oh shit, look, it's post-feed. You've convinced yourself that they'll target Nerf VS because they don't like it? No, 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 no. I don't like it. I think Blizzard likes it. Reals told us they didn't like it. Based. I was unaware of that, and God, do I hope that that is true. But yeah, no, like, definitely, the way that the playstyle... Oh, you mean the playstyle that came out of it. Yes. Yeah, no, there's no way that they're happy with talent collapsing star, don't press it, AFK in meta to drop out, don't run 20 Fury talent so you drop out of meta faster. Like, of course they're never going to be happy to hear that that's how it is optimally played. That's just a failure on someone's part.
What needs bring you here?
Return when you need more.
Return when you need more.
Either way, Annihilator's playable. I definitely just think, in general, WoW players focus way... And this isn't WoW players, this is something in general for gaming nowadays. People focus way too much on what is best. Regardless of if they can play it at the same level, and even for something small like... I mean, hell, people will piss and moan over a 0.5% when they're playing 20 to 25% worse. It's actually crazy. How do people even find out the thing dropping meta is actually a thing just by Sims? Yeah. You pretty much use Sims to verify ideas. Is Arcane Mage fun this season? Honestly, I'm gonna be real. I'm probably gonna level a mage. Because of how fun Arcane Mage looked when I was watching Brazen play it. On when I was doing like PTR with him. That shit is insanely good and looks really fun. You could also Zug Zug Arms Warrior. That is the best M+ spec right now, I think. Or it's... No, it's tied for best? What are the two best specs? I know Devourer's like right below the top end. But it's Arms plus something else. Maybe it was Arcane. I think it might be. Where's a tier list when I need one? I don't want opinions right now. Arms and Arcane? Okay, so it is both. Yeah. You know, I've seen Ellie Shaman be broken many times before, and I don't think right now is one of those times where I'd call it broken. Good is not broken. I did take it as a positive sign when I saw the tier list that they intentionally put nothing in S tier. So, to me, that signifies that our Lord and Savior Tettles believes that nothing is broken. Did I even make the health potions on this? I'm out of conch. I'm poor. I'm conch poor. If you did on 4 to 6 campaign, can you skip on ults or gotta do it again? You can just skip it on ults. Like, you literally can just fly down to the island. I did it on every single one of my ults. Which you can see this is explored. Because I flew down to get a rep thing on all my characters. DK is going to be top class by season start. I mean, as it should be, or whatever they say. I mean, after all, DH's raid buff is called being good. Yeah, definitely look up Arcane. I mean, I don't know if Razan has any gameplay. But, shout out Razan. But yeah, there's a high likelihood that I have Alt Arcane. Look at all these gear upgrades I just got. Bang. 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 Ooh, now I can TE these for gold. I'm gonna be rich. Thanks for stopping by, intern, and it definitely happened. Appreciate you. Am I gonna play Bear again? I have no idea. Haven't looked at the Bear changes. Don't know if it'd be fun or not. Yeah, no, I don't know. I also don't know if, like, VDH is good or fun, because if it is, I'd, you know, just play VDH on my main more so than ulting. But VDH was, like, not fun last season. The fact that it got chains makes me smile a little bit. Play some tank to tank your keys again, but I also like DPSing. Guys, I've been relegated to her tank. Thank you for the follow. Actually, I had a question. If my friend plays Arms Warrior, is it better to stick with Havoc or go Dev to play together? Honestly, I don't have an answer for you at this point. Naturally, Havoc is going to be 5% better, since you do have a Warrior. I do think Devourer is stronger right now, but how much is hard to say. You can't go wrong either way. I would say play what you prefer out of the two, because they'll probably perform pretty similar at that point. Do you think Annie will be able to compete for top DPS and raid at all? I mean, sometimes, yes. It's going to be a very high RNG spec, by the way. Like, it just... The new tier set for Devourer has a lot of variants. That shit does not seem to have any bad luck protection to it. Just a 1 in 5 chance per reap whether it's going to proc. It does good damage. It spawns a crap load of souls. So your damage can swing pretty heavily. Bye, Michelle. Thank you for stopping by. Can you disable previous casts? Yes, you can't. Wait. Why is mine not showing? Where'd it go? Okay, anyway. It's in here. Quality of life. Wait, is it quality of life or is it part of the cooldown? Damage meter. Spell history. Don't know how mine got turned off, but this is it. You go to damage meter, you go to spell history, enable and disable here. Crazy that that's on in the profile, but was off on mine. Okay, guys, time for me to do Mythic Zeros. Okay, I would assume that the time waves is updated. Also have a portal to here if it's not, but... Oh, right, there's only 3 ports this season. Okay. I just don't like Voidscar Devourer. That's simple, Sakuraka. Alright, I'm gonna get a bit of water.
Alex Raza charged us with protecting the life pools from the primers. I pray they have not infiltrated too deeply.
This is it. Okay.
Ensure the eggs are safe.
It's gonna be one of these
Any threat
keys.
on these sacred grounds.
Do I press meta? Guess I should have pressed meta.
Protect Melidrusa! She must continue her work. Allow them no further.
I'm not gonna press M0's instead.
If only you could have understood the righteousness of our cause. I will not allow you to disturb M0's work.
Crazy that we went from those pulls to this. Happening right now.
M0's, I have failed.
My allies sacrificed themselves.
I only care about
so
results,
that
which
I
specs
could
better,
return
Havoc or
the
Dev.
age
No one
of
has an answer for you on that yet.
You will not interfere.
I would assume Devourer and Mythic Plus. Raid is a big question mark. We just don't know.
Be frozen and shattered. I am sorry, but I need your strength, little ones. My chill will freeze your bones. I consume you! No, these belts are pure. They will show you the truth. My chill will freeze your bones. I consume you!
They all 250 eye level. They have to be low eye level, but probably like 265. 262. 53.
Good work, champion. Now that you have secured the pools below, I require your aid above.
I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Go with that.
The exposed life pools are in grave danger. A powerful primalist is attempting to burn all the nesting areas. You must clear them to get to her. I will keep watch from above while I confront the dragon who is leading this assault.
Quickly, take the eggs. Save as many as you can.
Oh, I should probably check loot spec. I'm in Havoc loot spec. But I need to check loot per dungeon. I didn't think about that. Nothing different in here, doesn't matter.
done. You have secured the first pool. Now see to the others.
Havoc could have better in M+. I'm leaning Devourer, but no way to know. For now.
Keep clearing them out. Do not let the Primalists desecrate this hallowed space.
I don't think gearing both will be so bad this season. Hunt's supposed to be used after the beam. I literally just pressed it wrong there.
Almost to the master of these minions.
I'm not exactly locked in with what is going on here. Playing Havoc Season 2. I'll be playing both in Season 2.
The last pool is safe. She is exposed. Attack that Primalist before she can summon reinforcements.
How's Eldrachi better than Felsguard? For what? I think it can do better in Raid. It is significantly worse for overall damage in Mythic Plus.
Sacrifice of my allies has burned through you myself. Erupt with their power. Nothing but ashes. Fire, consume my enemies. And to the flame.
Meant for M+. I mean, Eldrachi is not better in Mythic Plus. If you do exclamation point Havoc, I have a whole guide. You know, I definitely recommend Felsguard in Mythic Plus.
You cannot escape the heat.
Havoc's better than Dev. I wouldn't necessarily say that. I just don't think either are bad.
Vile monster.
Guys, I gotta be real.
Protect these life pools.
In a week like this, doing M0's, you should play what you want, not what's better. It's like, I can't stress it enough. You should probably play something that you enjoy instead of trying to min-max what is truly irrelevant, non-competitive content. I couldn't care less what's better for what I'm playing in these keys. I'm gonna bounce back and forth between Havoc and Devourer because I just kind of feel like playing. That's up. Yeah, Havoc's definitely playable. Oh boy.
Your force queen.
Wait, true. Guys, Arms Warriors S tier Havoc is not competitive. Look at the meter. Havoc and Dev have the same stat prio? No. Right. But they're similar. Both want 0 verse. Devourer wants more haste than Havoc. And probably less mastery.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Talents are outdated, sorry. Did not up or get the chance to update that yet. If it's for Havoc, go to my guide, either on Wowhead or !Havoc or !Guide. No. Why am I tanking?
5, 4.
If it's for Devourer,
2.
just go to like
One.
Wowhead or AC Veins. Got Voodoo's guides. Does she not have an enrage effect? Huh, okay. I flee from that group.
Champion. The life pools are safe for the
Damn it.
moment, but the primalists are still a threat. We must be vigilant, lest we be caught off guard again.
It's more valuable for Dev's Void's card. I mean, yeah. Hello, Peo. Dev gets hotfix. Do you think he'll be behind Havoc? No idea. Alright, guys, I'm just trying to vibe, do my M0's. There's no reason for me to spend all my time speculating. We don't know what patch notes are going to be. I don't know anything. What's better, Havoc or Devourer? We don't know.
Students have unique
We
ways
just-
of
we
studying
literally
the
don't know.
arcane. Perhaps you could learn a thing or two.
We need a better animation for Estus Break. We also need a better hitbox. It's not just the animation that sucks. It's so small. Tried playing Havoc after changes, and it feels very bad because I always like rage. Am I doing something wrong? Nope, you're just gonna have a lot of times where you don't have Fury. If you don't have a Shaman in your group, like you don't have Sky Fury, your Fury generation is significantly worse. Which hero talent looks better for Havoc so far? Urke, do exclamation point Havoc, and I have a whole guide talking about everything. Greatly recommend watching my Havoc video if you are curious about anything like that. As of now, what do you think is the best comp for M+? No idea. Literally none. Havoc Powerful for M+. Guys, and I'm gonna keep saying this stuff because it's gonna keep being relevant. But, I don't know relative tuning of all the classes or specs, nor does really anybody. There's going to be tuning on Tuesday before the raid in M+ comes out, so that's going to change things. We're doing Den of Nalarak. I do not have an updated Devourer video, no. I might start on that later tonight. Just did the Havoc one for now. When was the last time Havoc was meta? Season 3 of The War Within, the season before this last season. Second week when we can access bonus rolls, a good idea to get the bonus roll and go last boss heroic, try to snipe one of the myth track items. That's the general idea, but it depends if you're playing Havoc or Devourer. If I decide that I'm going to lean more into Havoc, then I'm gonna roll second to last boss. Because the trinket and main hand weapon are way more important. I show my gear? Sure. Oh, god damn it. Okay. They all inside? I just crafted a weapon with regular crests. Like, you don't... Sorry, you don't craft a weapon with champ crest. That's what using sparks is.
So you too will be tested in Nalarak's dream. The law dreams of the M0's past, when their winter was their only foe. Preparing for it will be your first trial.
Fuck is Toka's landing? Oh, he literally just started heading. Okay. So they nerfed Crucible, which is funny because they really didn't need to do that. They nerfed Gaze of the Eln Seer. Very small buffs to M+ trinkets, which across the board are bad. Yebo's nerf is kind of crazy because it was not that good. I'm not a fan of the tuning that came through. Feels weird. Oh, I think they went to go summon. It's a raid hard this season. That's also something that we just absolutely don't know. Raid testing is never relevant in tuning to what the raid is when it comes out. Tuning is what determines how hard stuff is. I don't think mechanics were, like, particularly hard. That's what you're asking, but that doesn't really determine raid difficulty either way. Oh, it didn't reset. 'Cause it's not reset the data. I'll be our fisherman. When you played PTR, was it mythic difficulty or heroic? Did a mix of each.
Good. Resources will keep you alive. Preparing will help you in the trial ahead.
Oh, it drops on the tank. Interesting. Didn't know that.
Well done. You just
I want to see if I can misery meld those. I'm pretty sure you can. I don't see why it wouldn't work. Thank you for the sub, K-Loop. Greatly appreciate you.
good. Resources will keep you alive. In the winter, there were those like the Horde Manga, whose greed burdened others. Their man
Why does they keep telling me to eat food?
use their most trusted warriors to eliminate them for the good of the tribe. So the others may live. The tribe survive for now.
It's weird getting used to the keybind again. I haven't played with that sprite for so long. And I had Throw Glaive on that keybind. And I keep just mixing up presses. How'd you tweak your mana display being on cooldown when you I-beam? Same for M0. You have to go into whatever cooldown manager you're using. And then, you know, like, click whatever it is, and you need to turn off active state. Hide active state is what you want. Which is hiding the fact that the buff is currently up. Alright, fuck us. We don't need to kick. I can vengeful that off anyway. Have you found a way to make it show your cooldowns about to be up in less than 5 seconds? No, I was never looking for that.
The winter do not care who you are. Ashley, elder, child beggar, it is done.
I've gotten a piece of gear yet. That's okay.
But what
Not like I really need much.
loyalty?
Oh, fuck. I forgot to
Come
check
back through the fire.
dude spec stuff again.
The last trial awaits you.
Fucking slippy ice. Big gear for Devourer Havoc? I don't know either, Mambita. I'm doing both at the moment. Why did we push those? Now we have casters everywhere. I love Havoc and M0's.
What took you so long, eh?
Looks different from the linked video. Things have changed over time, but all the imports are updated.
You must face and kill me.
Leadership requires sacrifice. Even
It shouldn't be significantly different from the video, though. General vibe is the same. Yeah, I just update the Wago links as I go.
Well done, Amaneko. You were past the trial. Take the burden of Nalarak.
she has died honorably, but the death of those loyal to me, that is my burden. It will be yours as Hashe. The last trial is at hand. Ready to test your strength and face my claws.
Get behind me!
This is the tank soak.
My rage will find you.
Get behind me!
Your great light is mine. Oh, the dream ends.
I don't have a guide for Devourer at the moment at all, no Mubdita. And honestly, I'm probably not gonna make a Void Scar one. I do not like the spec. Guy's about to hit me with Ruby Life Pools, and I'm gonna have to go back. Oh, they need Veil and King's Root. We get Vault next week? Yes, but it's capped and doesn't have bonus rolls, so nothing too super useful. To ask a Mythic Raider tip, playing Havoc, want to roll and last boss from Heroic, but if I don't get kill, can I save roll and roll on Cold, Alter, and Ultiwick? Yeah. You would be able to do that. That said, next week we don't have a bonus roll. So, you don't gotta worry about that at all. But yeah, you'd also just be able to re-kill heroic bosses and roll them multiple times. So that would never be a problem anyway. That said, if you're playing Havoc, you want to roll the second to last boss, not the last boss. You really want the weapon trinket combo. Hey man, I'm a fan. Just got started playing this expansion, playing Havoc main. Got 3932 IO Season 1. Too bad wasn't able to get them out. That is unlucky, pretty close. Oh. Hammer pillow, but... What's sir? God damn it. Hey guys, trying to invite my guildie. I did see Trinket changes in turn, yeah. Most important, you get comfy with Devourer Havoc. Don't know, honestly. I literally don't know what's gonna be played. Havoc's crit over mastery? Yes. I don't know if I'm gonna start off as one more than the other either RPG. Do that. Bro, what the f... There we go. Good, he's here. Do we take tier set or socket first week? I don't have an answer for that either. I'm gonna be honest. There's no answer to that. That is your guild question.
Dust is limited, so we must call the areas where the light bloom is most active.
Yeah, no, that heavily depends on whether your guild's doing splits, how competitive they are versus like how early they expect to finish the season. Just no idea. Yeah, no, Gebos with a 30% nerf is definitely dead. That's insane. Did you get your Havoc? Don't know. You copy my talent? Quickly, you can do exclamation point Havoc. I have a whole Havoc guide there. You have a guild? Well, okay, then comes the question. Do you want tier set earlier in the season, or do you want to be stronger towards Biss earlier in the season? I'd probably go with the socket. There's not much reason to push early for M+, so you don't really need a tier set. Yeah, no, nothing changes for Havoc, for sure. Alright, Ma's back. Good. Yeah, I don't know how to do the overrides either. Not gonna lie. You do not need the Midnight Questline done to get to the Ulatek zone now. You just need to start the Ulatek questline, which is separate. They never gate you like that anymore. Did I say M0's is dead? Yeah, they nerfed it 30%. A simple guide like use press to save them. I'm not the one to ask for that. Larius has like a Raider's guide. I believe it's an add-on you can just get. So that's kind of what I'd recommend. I'm just not the one to ask for that. Not gonna lie. I think anything you spend this week just doesn't matter though. But that depends like how much you want to grind M+. But like if you're spending Champion Crest this week, it just doesn't matter. Because you can farm Infinite Heroic your next week. That was the best passive trinket? Yep. For casters at least. Such a weird animation for that like big beam of light shield. I would like it if the shield mattered, but all the shield does is makes it immune to crowd control. So I don't really get why it needs to have a big beam of light. That'd be really good for like barriers that make your group take damage sorts of mechanics. Oh my god, okay. I don't know what this boss does. I never understood this one in M0's the first time around. Don't get between those. The beam sucks, right? You actually need to be in it. Fringe. This boss seemingly has a lot of health. Mastery wrists. Okay. Does this have any important... Sapling of the Dawn root I want. This Gaze of the All-Seer is actually going to be considerably weaker next... on reset. So probably want a Trinket in hand to replace that. Yeah, I'll probably do a Trinket tier list now that there's been tuning. Maybe that's something I do tonight instead. I'm gonna have to update the tier list on Wowhead too. Yeah, I'm gonna have to run Sims for that tonight now. Fuck.
They can take us below, but swiftly. I would not expose them to the light bloom long.
Are they nerfing our All-Seer Crucible? Yeah, guys, why are they nerfing the 2 trinkets I've equipped right now? Actual answer is because it'll take a long time to replace either of them, because they are very strongly tuned. They want you to use stuff from the new season.
With the light bloom, I can restore the Haranir to what we must be. But you stand in my way.
Oh shit, okay, good luck down there, Mop.
I will block the rootways.
My tank is gonna die. Goats are out. Yeah, there was like tuning for trinkets like an hour ago, something like that.
Behold my power! Burn for me!
Oh shit, it's Kaiveza. Whoa! Did not think those would be as big as they are. Because of the signs of the lines.
Hear me roar! Bleed for your crimes! No chance! I was chosen.
Wasn't sure what would happen when I melded that.
And the power of Alhara and the light bloom, light strike. You bleed.
What happens if I eat one of these? Oh. That's not good.
I call the light.
He never healed himself to top, so he never got rid of his bleed.
His faith in the goddess has become hatred. Is this what light bloom does? A precision attack. I should have called for everyone.
what I recommend for next week's raid. Play whatever you're comfortable on for the first week and like first day of raiding especially. And just whatever you're more comfortable on is what you're gonna perform better on when you're learning fights. So for me, that's gonna be Fellsguard. Wouldn't farming tents next week replace them very fast anyways? Honestly, because of how bad Mythic Plus trinkets are, no, I don't know if there's any that would replace them. They were just a hell of a lot better than... They don't like things being absurdly overtuned. They especially don't like it when it's from a previous season. So, if you have to go up 30 item levels to replace something, that's just not a good thing. I don't... Oh, God. I should have pressed I-beam.
That looks dangerous. We must destroy it before they finish infusing it.
They've gotten a lot better about animations on important casts. It's actually insane looking at stuff this season versus previous expansions. You'll have to run double on use for Devourer. Yikes. It's meldable, good to know. Don't even know what it does. Good work, guys. Damage, okay. Oh, you mean temporarily. I mean, Veilgord's isn't good right now either. Copied the one from Wowhead and it didn't have Essence Break, it had Inertia. Can you link wherever you copied that from, Axway? Because that... I mean, that's just not right. I don't have a single build with Inertia on Wowhead for this patch. I would have last season. Oh, Inertia's dead. Ever you messed around with VS Devo yet? I played it a bit on PTR. I will not be playing it again. It fucking sucks. This is literally the Mythic Plus Spellscry build. Nothing changed. If there is a build that's linking to Inertia, I would need to know what it is. And where it's from. What day did you update? The updates... So it's not me that puts it through. They go through the day before the patch, so it would have been on Monday. Please do again. Ooh, damage done. The orbs are still coming in. Okay. Need conferences this week? I actually don't know. Because I think most people would say that Havoc is more fun than Voice Card Devourer. Let me get 3 Death Sweeps and 1 Essence Break with 4-piece? Yeah. The opener does. It's not like super significant though. Most of the damage is in the initial hit of Essence Break, but first will be ginormous. Not really. It's okay. It's not that big. Can't get all this 906 Mythic Gears high end M plus gonna be chalked? Not really, in my opinion. It's just not that important. Is Essence Break actually best used without tier set? Just kind of practicing with it. I think it might be a little better because it got buffed 49% on the initial hit, but it doesn't matter that much. You can play whatever you want right now. Has Havoc Fury Generation changed at all? Yes, significantly. They actually made it worse, in my opinion, not better. At least if you don't have a Shaman. They nerfed Fury Generation from Immolation Aura from 40 over 10 seconds down to 30. They nerfed Blind Fury from 30 Fury per second down to 20. And yeah. You think you go for heroic versions of certain items like Helm and Neck? I mean, you would, but you can bonus roll them to 6 out of 6 Mythic, so that's why you would do that. All heroic bosses give Mythic bonus roll loot. Bonus rolls and Vault on heroic bosses give Mythic items. And then if you bonus roll on Mythic, it's max, like 6 out of 6 crests.
Welcome to the tomb of the first Troll King. Wish I could be there to finish myself. My power has already taken root, binding the ancient spirits to the will of my master.
Yeah, 906 for the last two bosses on Mythic only. Oh my. I have a feeling Sofa's about to die. He had no talents! Oh, man. Oh my god! I think this might be my last dungeon for now, guys. I was planning on streaming a little longer, but now thinking I do want to do like a tier list videos tonight. I gotta do resims for those, and that would be before I start on Devourer. Fortunately, it changed nothing to do with trinkets in my Havoc guide. Very glad I did Havoc first. Yes, it's definitely better to do that, Stealer. Like, that's pretty much everyone's plans. Yeah, that Turtleman trinket got fucked. I don't think Devos needed that kind of nerf. To be fair, Tortolans was probably going to be boss 4 just like Dragon's was. Terrible stats, but I'll actually use those, I guess. It's item level.
You can't stand against the Zandalari.
Oh, maybe they did make it consistent. I think this is what they did last time. I mean, M0's is definitely going to turn out to be kind of bad. The one good Mythic Plus trinket for Havoc got buffed, which is interesting. Like, it wasn't good, but it was serviceable. So that getting buffed is nice. Bang this damage, move speed slow. Bang with buff is okay. Not even sure what trinket you're talking about. Not gonna lie to you. I just know for Havoc the best trinkets are not changing. I'm not sure for Devourer what's gonna happen.
Years ago, a blood contagion almost wiped out the Zandalari. As the dead choked their temples, golems were constructed to dispose of the diseased bodies. I'm sure it will have no problem disposing of you.
Sofa was not happy with that one. We melded, feigned, and then I just danced in front of him. Oh, I should have pressed the hunt first.
Blood gas must be purged.
Just drop. Okay.
Blood gas must be purged. Prepare the body.
Okay, having pings for that, kind of crazy.
The dead.
How the game has changed. Are you upgrading all your gear ASAP or saving crests? I don't know yet. This is my first time doing M0's, so I gotta see what I even get. have to do that Omnium Folio shit. It never really took long. Why is the Hunter's Mark bugging the fuck out? I hate looking at that. Yes, Omnium Folio is why you're not logging in. All it took, huh? Wait, this boss has 0 fucking health. I know there's 3 bosses, but I mean, the bosses we've been fighting typically have 19 or 20 million health. This boss has 4. Although I think these bosses have different HP numbers, but I don't think she has the least. I think the caster guy does. This boss should have the most. 6.5. Okay. Had to know if it worked. Oh no, this guy's the most health. Jesus. Okay. Never mind. This boss has a regular amount of health. Guys. Yeah, my rep paladin is meowing at us. You've heard horrible things about Omnium Folio from literally everyone you know.
Silence, prophet of lies. I spent my life resisting your
I don't know how that's possible. It was like 5 minutes a week. And there's 5 different weeks.
Not listen to your prattling while I make it so. Complain all you like, my king. But you should have realized there was no escaping Gahul.
I mean, they better nerf Arcane. That shit is very overpowered. Okay. Perfectly measured and reasonable response.
You will pay for desecrating my temple. Come, my dear Rabban. It's feeding time.
Wait, my kick didn't hit it? Really? Huh. My meld did not break it. It's a mage that don't get nerf sounds. Fortunately, that's Fury's unfeeling. It's not that great. I would prefer having more active generation than less. And I don't have a, what's it called in the group? Shaman. Because Sky Fury makes a massive difference. With how much of your gen is now Demon Blades, the extra 20% procs of them is kind of crazy important.
You have freed me from a cruel fate, but Zul is merely a puppet in a larger plan. Even now, his master gathers power. Zul will not rest until all the world is in the Blood God's grip. For the sake of Zandalar, and for your kingdoms as well, you must stop him.
Yeah, Fellblade literally is less than a Demon Blade proc. Like, I don't... Why, man? What trinkets used with Havoc? Trinkets used with Havoc. You are using... I assume you're talking Biss, not what I have equipped right now. You're using Zul'jin's Guillotine Technique and Voracious Heart of Ulatek. Alright, chat. This was just a short little stream. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna hop off because I want to work on some stuff for tonight. I'm gonna need Sims and try to make another video or two. Devourer guide coming soon for sure, but yeah. Alright. I will see you guys later. Bye for now.